what you heard in court about Section 17 of the Federal High Court Act is simply what the National Assembly enacted. The National Assembly enacted at that Section 17 that reconciliation shall be promoted by the court between parties before the court, criminal or civil. So it so happened, and it came to pass that today that very issue was briefly considered in open court. So it is either for the court in its wisdom to initiate it and direct that parties do go and engage in such conversation, which the court did indirectly by not opposing it and by even suggesting it, or the parties themselves, either party, either the defendant or the prosecution, can initiate it. So that's not very unusual. Recently, we saw a situation where the Attorney General of the Federation took steps under Section 174 of the Constitution, which is very similar to Section 17 of the Federal High Court Act. He took that position to discontinue the prosecution of two very high-profile cases in this country. The first one concerning Wole, Yele, Showore, and the second one concerning Bodijo of Mieteala. So these things are not unusual. So if they do occur as a conversation in open court, it's just as a matter of course. So people might wonder why such situation should not apply to Nnamdi Kanu, and that is what played out in court today.
Well, we have gotten to that same point I will call judicial stalemate. And more important, it has come to the point where national interest is supposed to come into play. I thank the lawyers for holding forth to this particular moment. And I appreciate what the judge said, which is what we have been coming here saying from day one, that we cannot resolve this thing through the judicial angle at this moment. And we have said from day one, both from the moment his house was raided, from the moment he was extradited from Kenya and so on and so forth, that numerous courts in the land has declared those actions null and void. So why are we still here? And federal government has also adopted that same approach in the Metaele issue where they filed discontinuance. They have also done it in Sowore issue where they filed discontinuance. And when we had all these issues in Niger Delta, there was reconciliation and discussions. When we had all these issues, even in Northeast, there was the same issue. North Central, there was the same issue. So how come we have gotten to the Southeast, then nobody is having this conversation? So I'm pleased with the decision of the Federal High Court today. It's already there under Section 17, and it's also there under Section 174 of the 1999 Constitution. The government can discontinue, and grounds for discontinue is national interest, public interest, and I represent the people. Likewise, my brother, other lawmakers from the Southeast, we can't go home most of the times. There's insecurity everywhere. People are being killed. Businesses are affected. Foreign remittance to our place is going down because people are leaving those rural areas. It's a matter of public interest and national interest that government considers this option provided under Section 17 of the Federal High Court Act and Section 174, and the ball is now in the court of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu government. As somebody who wants to renew interest, it's time to renew interest in the Southeast by opening the gate and let Nnamdi Kanu go home. And let's now open the conversation for addressing the challenges that led to this issue.